Hey geeks, Barry here, and today I'm going to start my 30-day world building challenge. So a couple of weeks ago, I saw on, I believe it's Jordan, the PH is Silent channel, how he was going through and creating a D&D world through a 30-day challenge. And from watching his video on it, watching videos like Icarus Games, I believe, and Dungeon Craft, all these others, I decided to kind of take up the challenge too. Basically, I've been a tabletop gamer for quite some time now, and really has only just jumped into the RPG aspect of it since I think 5th edition dropped. So I've been a player for a long time. I've gotten some ideas for campaigns, some worlds, things like that, but I've never focused or jumped into the deep end to become a GM. And with this being a new year, I figure I would do that. So to help me out, Jordan linked a PDF in his video. I'll do the same here. It is to the 30-day Magic World Builder, I believe. But anyways, my goal is to do a video like this every day. Some will be short, some will be long, I guess, I don't know. But I'm going to build this world with no preconceived notions, except maybe a couple little ones, and with no real kind of system in mind. So I'm not going to think, how would this work in Pathfinder? How would this work in D&D and so forth. So it is just going to be, let's build and see where this goes. And the first day challenge for one part of all of this is the 20-second elevator pitch, which I think is great to start off with, and particularly for this because it kind of begins to set up a framework. And for this, it is basically Monster Hunter World tabletop RPG. So basically, think of the video game Monster Hunter World. The player characters are explorers, researchers, hunters, and they're exploring this vast new land with unknown creatures that they have to catalog for and everything. You've got natives and things like that, because I'm leaning a little bit more into actual colonialization part of it. So that's kind of the pitch and things that I have in mind. And for that next part is we'll actually go with the 30-day magical world builder, which just is horrible. But so day one is climate and variety. And it goes with, how often have you read a book or a story on the ice planet or the desert planet? These things simply do not exist. Humans are immensely adaptable. If there is a section of the world they don't live on, they will do their best to figure out how to get there. There are now people living on platforms on top of the sea, as well as people living in habitats under it. The Middle East, the most hotly contested region in the world, is in the middle of a desert. The reason why books and stories try to limit the climate to one type or another is because the author wanted to hit upon a mood or a theme by presenting the story in a setting that is somehow related to that mood. Who doesn't have some emotional response to a frozen wilderness or a lush, verdant field? So the exercise is, get out a map or go to an international website like National Geographic. Look everywhere: Antarctica, Saudi Arabia, the rainforests of Brazil, the rainforests of Central California. Look at how the different climates behave and appear. The first 15-minute exercise is to write down all the different climates you can think of. If you need to just say a city name, do it. Sometimes Seattle is more evocative than northern damp temperate climate. Write these names down in a list, then go through that list and write 1 or 2 words that describe how that climate either the word itself or the way the place, sorry, got lost there. The place itself may have made you feel. If you have been there before, try to stick to abstract adjectives, emotional words if you can, but nouns are also okay. Put this list in your notebook. Tomorrow you'll need it, so keep it handy. And then there's like conversation maps and related. So I went ahead and did that, and I will overlay some images that came to my mind and images that are related to this list to kind of help things out. So first off is the Caribbean beach or the Caribbean seas. For me, I'm located in Florida, so that's pretty close. And I always have a sense of uplifting, freedom, light, not just, you know, the actual light of the atmosphere, but just light emotions, light and breezy and things of that nature. A foggy moor. And for me, a foggy moor is like middle and northern England. I get loneliness, fear, ethereal, a place not really of this realm, this earth, so to say. But also, like, in the mind of the Monster Hunter world, I've also started to think of, like, biomes, too. So, like the Cambodian jungle. For me, this is very different from some of the other jungles, and one I would like to promote or invoke in the game is reclamation, mystery, danger, primitive, because in some of the images that are in my head and hopefully I'm posting here, is you've got the jungle like growing and reclaiming parts of these old temples and old civilizations. And I think that would be really interesting. Then you have like the Alaskan North, where there's still life, there's still vegetation, but it's very cold, unforgiving, but very majestic too. It's not just a blasted white wasteland, so to say. I did go with the Pacific Northwest, so definitely like the Seattle, Portland area, where it's very damp, rainy, it's very dreary. For me, I always see like the colors seem to be desaturated, and it's forgotten, so to say. With a desert, I went with the Arizona desert. Never been there, but like Arizona and Nevada, I see very like rich orange and red colors. Again, there's a lot of life. It's not like the Sahara Desert where it's just sand and that's it. It's rocky, there's vegetation, there's life. Let's see, I've got it. So orange, red, hidden life, but very spiritual, because with the Arizona, Nevada, there's always been kind of like that Old West spiritual, the Native American spirituality, then the haunted Judeo-Christian aspects of it, like ghost riders and things like that. Next, I got Stormy Coast, so like New England Stormy Coast, so very craggy, very harsh, unforgiving, and destructive. A place that's dear to my heart is the Smoky Mountains. Quaint, old-fashioned, traditional, kind of your seasonal forest, so to say. So nothing uberly scary, so to say, but someplace where things begin. The Black Forest in Germany and everything. I think of very heavy, weighty, old and haunted. That's just a vast forest, but as you can see, a lot of the images that I come to mind, it's just very old and heavy. You literally feel the weight of history and life around you. And then again, being Florida, but next door is a Louisiana swamp. So to me, naturally, I just think of hot and miserable. But there's also kind of a sense of decay mixed with like verdant life. But again, still also very dangerous because alligators, apex predators. So those are just some of the ideas. Like I said, I haven't looked ahead to what, so we're going to see how this plays out and how it all develops into this campaign that I have. If you want to share this or link up with it, Jordan did come up with the hashtag, which is, I believe, my 30-day world. So hashtag my 30-day world. I'll be sure to link the material that I've been using, but be sure to comment below any ideas, anything you would like to add, because I really would like to grow this all the way to something really kind of cool and spectacular. So that's about it for this day. I hope you liked and I hope you liked the video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you have any questions, and definitely comments, leave them. I'd love to hear from it. In the meantime, here are some other videos of things I've done. So miniature painting, some other just kind of vlogs and things like that. And, you know, let's see where this goes. I'll see you all again later.